Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the invitation. I know that I'm blocking your way to the lunch buffet, but still, I will talk about food, and I hope that you'll find my short input valuable. Yeah, we heard a lot about climate change, biodiversity loss, unfair trading conditions, etc. And you might all ask, so what can I do about it? And I have a very simple and very effective solution for you: to eat chocolate, of course, the right chocolate. I'll take you to a very brief journey to Peru, the eastern slopes of the Andes, where you have these nice ecosystems. This goes into the lowland Amazon rainforest, and the Amazon rainforest, together with the Congo Basin, are the two lungs of our Earth. So they're extremely important to protect. Unfortunately, this is what we see. This is a picture from Peru, the area where we work in. What happens is that for a lot of commodities, rainforest is destroyed. We just heard that agriculture plays a very important role there, and this is the case in Peru as well. The area you see here has actually been clear-cut and burned down by smallholders. And we thought, okay, my colleague and I, we are both tropical ecologists, and we thought about what can we actually do to prevent this to happen and, well, to restore nature, maybe. So we teamed up with a small group of smallholders in Peru. They are cocoa farmers, as you see here. And what we are aiming to do, and what we are very successful in doing, actually, is getting from here to there. So what you see here is not, as many people might think, a tropical rainforest. This is a very biodiversity-rich agroforestry system which we have established on this formerly degraded land. This is it's not simple to do it, because there's, for example, in tropical forest soil, you don't have seed banks as you have them here in Europe. When you stop to use your lawnmower, then eventually a small forest will grow in your garden, and this doesn't happen in the tropics, actually. So you need a lot of thinking, a lot of experience to establish a rainforest on formerly degraded land. Now, we worked a lot on this scientifically and with the farmers, so we established a system that works quite well, and so far we have restored 140 hectares of degraded land and established these biodiversity-rich agroforestry systems. What you see here is, on the left hand, a monoculture of cocoa. Most of cacao in the world is produced in monocultures, which only produce the cash crop cacao. And on the right hand, you see a very simple explanation on a biodiversity-rich agroforestry system. So what happens for the farmer is that the farmer not only produces the cash crop cacao, but also a lot of timber species, fast-growing and slow-growing shade trees, a lot of herbs and fruits and medicinal plants. And these areas are also home to a large variety of native tree and plant and animal species. Now, what is very special in our project and makes this a rainforest protection project is that our farmers actually own rainforest. So we just briefly move away from the agroforestry systems into the rainforest. The rainforest is about 1,000 hectares and has been given to the farmers by the Peruvian government. The Peruvian government recommended to destroy the rainforest to establish monocultures or, in general, agricultural land. And we could convince our farmers to stay with the biodiversity-rich agroforestry systems and establish a privately protected area with the 1,000 hectares of rainforest. So why can they do this? Again, because they use these agroforestry system. The agroforestry systems keep up the health of the soil and the fertility of the soil. So entirely, forever, you can farm on these agroforestry systems. In addition, cacao is pollinated by mosquitoes, and actually only 2 species of mosquitoes. And the mosquitoes feel much happier in the biodiversity-rich agroforestry system than they feel in a monoculture. So in these monocultures I've just shown to you, the harvest, the yield of the cocoa trees is about twice as high as in a monoculture. So you have less cacao trees, but you have higher yield, and you have a large variety of other products you can sell. So our farmers agreed to protect 1,000 hectares of pristine rainforest. But they are still cocoa farmers. And the question is, how can we incentivize them to do this? I mean, we can not just only tell them, well, rainforest is important, you should protect it, especially because the Amazon is so important. We need a solution that helps them to still make money. And our solution is chocolate. It's actually not only chocolate, it's also coffee and Brazil nut. So what we did is that we established a very fair and direct value chain for the cocoa, the coffee, and Brazil nuts in the lowland of the Peruvian Amazon. And we are paying prices that are about twice the minimum organic fair trade price. We pay them at the farm gate. We pre-finance part of the harvest so that the farmers earn much more money with the cocoa, but they also earn a lot of money with all the other products that they produce in their systems. So yeah, actually this is the conclusion. If you want to help us, then there are actually, there are 4 options. The first is eat chocolate, eat our chocolate, because the more chocolate you eat, the more cacao we can buy from the farmers, the more farmers get interested in our project, and the more farmers will become members of our cooperative. You can also drink coffee if you are afraid that you gain weight by eating too much chocolate. And you can eat Brazil nuts. And something that you haven't seen, you might not have seen on one of the first slides, is that within this pristine rainforest in this part of Peru, you very often have holes in the rainforest because farmers already started to slash and burn parts of the rainforest. What we're also doing is we just started a program to replant formerly very rare and gigantic tropical tree species that have been lost in that area. Some of them, because they have been selectively logged, we bring them back to the area in order to close these gaps in the rainforest and also to enrich the biodiversity of our agroforestry systems and eventually also to connect isolated rainforest patches. Yeah. Thank you very much. And one thing I forgot, that Steffi kindly bought chocolate from Peru Puro, and so you'll have the chance to start protecting rainforest right away.